Hello, I'm Sally Glick. I'm the president of the Association for Corporate Growth New Jersey chapter, and we are celebrating today the fact that we have the opportunity to have some CEO fireside chats. We'd like to invite you to join us today as well. My friend Kim Logsdon is here sharing information about her business, Watermark Technologies, and we're delighted to have you and hear your story. Tell us a little bit about Watermark Technologies. What is that you do?
So Watermark Technologies is a manufacturing consulting company. So we service our customers to help them solve problems to create more opportunities for themselves.
Solving problems, that sounds like a great thing. I think when I hear the word watermark, I always think it's the watermark on a piece of stationery, and I imagine that you get that question all the time. What does watermark mean, and how did you come up with that name?
Right, absolutely. So my father started the company over 27 years ago. He decided to utilize the name Watermark to reflect the quality of service that we would provide. So again, looking at the watermark that you see on a piece of paper as the high quality paper, looking at Watermark Technologies as the name, and our logo is a water drop, so similar that you would see on a high quality piece of paper.
You mentioned you're a consultant to the manufacturing area, not necessarily a manufacturer in the sector yourself. Tell me, how does that work? What does that mean, that you consult and solve problems for manufacturers?
Right. So when we work with our clients or any prospects who are looking to solve problems, primarily revolved around chemistry, because my dad, that's what he grew up in, and my brother and I only joined the business about 7 years ago. So we work with our customers to solve chemistry challenges, and to the extent that they want us to work with an outside toll manufacturer, then we engage toll manufacturers around the United States, supply raw materials and packaging, and then arrange for those finished goods to be shipped out to our customer.
So you mentioned that your brother and you both joined just not so long ago,
right.
Certainly not at the beginning when your father first formed the business. So what kind of backgrounds did you bring? What made you decide to leave the jobs you had and come into a family business all the trials and tribulations and yet wonderful opportunities?
So it was a pretty stressful decision. My brother was working up in Boston at Johnson & Johnson, huge job. It was actually DePuy, the subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. And I was at Bank of America. And my dad, the business was growing. Watermark Technologies was becoming a significant company, and my dad needed to hire more professionals. He approached my brother and my brother came over first. He started in January, and I came over about 6 months later, realizing that I wanted to be part of it and have the opportunity to spend time with my family.
We always hear that businesses, that our family businesses thrive because of the investment of the family. Your name's on the door, you're building for the future and a legacy. And perhaps your children someday will be at Watermark Technologies. Do you find that to be true as well, that a family business is just different?
Absolutely. I think it depends on the company, obviously, and the culture of a company. I think a large corporation can also have a small family feel depending on the owners. However, looking at us, 3 owners, 3 family members running and owning the company, making the decisions is definitely a lot different than maybe the experience that I had at Bank of America, I should say.
I can see where that would be. So you've got this great family business, it was growing, your father needed you to come and join and take it to the next level. What keeps you up at night? You're looking to the future. What's in their crystal ball?
Okay, so me personally or professionally?
So I'll start with personally. What keeps you up personally?
So I have a little dog, and she likes to roam around sometimes in the middle of the night. So
that would keep you up.
She's the one that keeps me up at night. On a more serious note, on the professional side, being a small business, the item that keeps me up at night is the pace of innovation. We're advancing technologically, professionally, so quickly these days, and globally too, right? The world is becoming a much smaller space. So how do we, Watermark Technologies, Phil, Brennan, and Kim, stay ahead of that innovation and remain relevant to our clients?
And how do you do that?
Yes.
It's a great question.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we do that? We look to advisors, we look to outside accounting firms. We've hired a growth advisor about 3 years ago, a company called 7 Stage Advisors, and they helped us to identify new opportunities to generate business and to help to close business more quickly, and also areas to be more efficient. Sometimes as a small business, you do things maybe the old way, but maybe there's a new way to do them a little bit better.
Thank you. So I hope all of you enjoyed this fireside chat and learning from Kim, hearing about the business, learning ways that they have become relevant, that they remain relevant and sustainable in a constantly changing world. Thank you for joining us.